the Belarusian versus the Korean. Yep. Who's going to take it?
Well, Ben, what I learned from my brother in roulette, which was also obviously a very bad thing to learn because I lost a lot of money playing roulette in my life. So my advice to you guys is never play this rigged game. But my brother always said never bet.
Is guaranteed money.
My brother always said never bet against the streak. So whenever it's black, never say that it's not going to be black again because it will most likely be black again. So betting against LoWeLy, according to my brother's logic, would be bad because LoWeLy is on the roll ban. But I really think that Slayer's Alicia is going to win today. I think LoWeLy is amazing run is finally coming to an end, at least for this week. I'm not going to say that he won't win next week, but I think he's going to take his first loss today, man.
Your brother's a wise man, Kev. I'm going to take LoWeLy because the hopes and dreams of Belarus lies in his hands. He's interesting opening. 11 extractor trick before Overlord, which is not how you normally do it. So I think you're going to see an 11 pool.
Yes, the money for it, Ben, and there we go. LoWeLy once more with an unorthodox opening. If you people don't watch NASL every single week and you're wondering about why are we making a big fuss about this FXO LoWeLy guy, well guys, he's 5-0 in our league. That means that he's already won $650 playing StarCraft 2 in our league. And the way that he did it was remarkable. It wasn't necessarily by the most amazing, superb play. But Ben, out of all players, this guy has been doing his homework.
Yeah, he's been preparing builds every single week.
Which come down to the second, literally.
And I'm just looking at this build, Kevin, and I'm very eager to see how Alicia reacts. Now, if he puts the pylon and cannon in his main, I feel like that would be a massive overreaction because this is a pretty economical opening out of the Belarusian.
I think he's going to do it here.
But LoWeLy's actually not making...
No.
He's only making 4 lings.
He was getting an extractor. He cancelled that right now, so just making a small trick, getting 4 lings and a queen. And where are you going to take this from now, LoWeLy?
The cannon will be done in plenty of time, so this feels like a terrible opening to me.
Nah, it's not just that, man. It's more about the fact that you have to worry about so many things while playing Protoss right now. And that is something completely different. He basically has to prepare for 4 or 5 different follow-ups, which he can't possibly scout. And that's also a strength of one of these builds. It's not all about the economy. It's about all the indirect damage that you do, because Protoss has no idea what's going on.
Now, we used to talk about this back in Europe when this kind of a build was still kind of a little bit more common. The 11 overpool into macro style, where you get the early queen, and because of that early queen, you get much faster larva, and because of the much faster larva, you can actually drone up and be comparable, if not even better, than a hatch first economy, and that might be what LoWeLy has in store for us.
Queen has to pick off this probe, though. That's super, super important. The probe can't enter the main base. Then Alicia gets way too much information. Ooh. And this still sucks, Ben, as Protoss, because I would be worried. Okay, you see a hatch, but what does that really mean? I think he's going to at least drop a second cannon. If he doesn't, I think he's playing with fire.
Yeah, really, really curious to see where LoWeLy takes this. Alicia already on 2 gas.
Yeah, that's quick. If you take a look at the main mineral base, he doesn't even have a fully saturated mineral line. He has like 13 probes right now in his minerals. So I think he's just like, he is worried, but that's why he's going to try to get sentries out ASAP.
Yep, Cybercore going down right away. Yeah, that makes sense. Getting that extra gas so we can work on that sentry count. LoWeLy's mining gas too, and this is a pretty fast gas by comparison to what is considered standard in the matchup, which is like take the geyser at 6.5 minutes. This is way, way quicker than that.
Maybe a little bit. No, I don't think.
I'm kind of feeling a Baneling bust.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, Ben, but then again, I don't think this is necessarily one of the best Baneling maps out there.
No, I don't either.
There's not a real ramp, so you could say that helps a little bit, but this looks all pretty solid to me, Ben. If force field goes down, you're forced to blow up one of these big buildings. Oh, Stargate opening. That actually opens a small window for Banelings.
Yeah, it does. LoWeLy's not... Ooh, what are you doing, LoWeLy?
Hydralisk Nidus, man.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think you are right, Kev. He's going up, adding gases now, taking the second gas. I'll need a 3rd and 4th gas to afford Hydras and Nidus. And he's droning really hard. And Hydra Nidus is going to be like build order win against Stargate. If you can get it there fast enough.
Yeah, it has to go up. That's a big deal, actually. A Voidray can be very good in scaring away Overlords. Evolution Chamber is going down. It might be something completely different, though. I just think it's going to be Hydra Nidus, but since we don't see... Well, there go the additional extractors. Maybe he wants to play Muda, but that would surprise me a lot. I mean, I'm sure that LoWeLy has watched games of Alicia, because he does his homework. By the way, Alicia did get the 2nd cannon. I was sort of right regarding that one, that he has to worry at least a little bit. I think Hydronitis can work very, very, very well. Muta, maybe if he feels like he's playing a 2-base gateway all in.
Melee upgrade? Okay. Now I'm just confused.
Okay, so he's just going for quick infestors.
Yeah, like infestorling. Now there's a couple of cool like infestor timings that you can do with Burrow and infested Terrans busting at the front. I don't know how that would do in
You
this
know what,
situation.
Ben? I love casting LoWeLy because it actually makes me realize I still have so much to learn in StarCraft 2.
Well, I love casting LoWeLy because it makes me realize that you don't have to copy Stefano if you want to be successful. You can still do creative things and find your own way and win games.
And that definitely seems to be the case, man. But I'm curious to see where he's going to take this, because if I'm Protoss right now, Ben, and I open Stargate and I'm like, 2-base Zerg, not bad.
Yeah,
I'm actually,
this is pretty much best case scenario.
this is how I used to love to play this matchup before that stupid 3-hedge style became also popular. This one Overlord is going to fall. What?
I think I love that you called it that stupid 3-hedge style.
Yeah. Because I'm playing against a race which starts off on 3 bases, man. Ooh, one Phoenix does take a lot of damage, but it's not going to fall low. He does have Sport Crawl, it doesn't get a hit up.
Alright, so now the question becomes, where do you take it, LoWeLy? What are you going to make a weird 2-base timing?
I don't think he does. I think he's just going to try to expand more and more.
No, he is going to just take a third, so it's just going to be Infestorling against Stargate. Now, Infestors pretty solid against Void Rays. Phoenixes can be annoying, but they're not particularly good against Infestors either.
No, I think it's very hard. Like, basically right now, you can consider this Stargate useless. As silly as it sounds, but Infestors are the best unit that Zerg has against air units of Protoss. Well, Corruptors are very good too, but I feel Infestors are the best because Phoenix, they clump up way too much. So you can't even go 4 or 5 Phoenix for map control and RS, because if you end up, well, he actually has 4 Phoenix already, but I think eventually he's going to lose all 4 of them to 1 fungal.
Now, if LoWeLy had gone for something like Hydronitis, it'd be hitting about right now. Let's just look at what Alicia has.
I think much quicker than this.
Maybe about 30 seconds quicker?
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot at Alicia's front. He has lots of sentries with force field, but it would have been a very difficult defense.
I think the biggest problem that would have been for LoWeLy is that he actually needed an Overlord somewhere to get vision around here, because obviously the good thing about Phoenix and Void Rays is that you can scare away the mobies. Oh, Fungal kind of misses. He's going to get 1 Phoenix, which is still nice because Phoenix are expensive, man.
Yes, they are. Alicia has stopped producing Phoenixes. He's just adding gateways. Getting his 3rd base. And now I have to feel like if LoWeLy sees this in the next 10-15 seconds...
He can definitely do something about that, there's no doubt.
But he's not really doing anything in terms of getting out on the map. Plus 2-2 already coming.
Couple of links going right now, Ben, and I think they're going to head straight over to this 3rd base, and I think that should give him enough time.
No, sentries and zealots are out in a decent enough number. The Phoenixes are also there.
I mean, these links are not going to do it, but this might actually trigger the reaction that... No, what are you going to do? Actually, I think he's going to lose most of these links, man.
I think so. Well, LoWeLy's being pretty patient. Just going to... Oh, don't let force field it. Kills the probe.
Well, that's something.
It's going to buy him some time. He's got more lings coming. Spire and Bailing Nest also going down.
LoWeLy right now at 63 drones, man. That's good. I think he would love to have a few more. The first Colossus is on the way for Slayer's Alicia, and that's a super important unit against this style. I would love to see some Neuroparasite as well later in this game.
I agree. And 18 drones. I think that's about what he wanted, Kev.
Yep. Not bad.
We are going to see, I think, an attack. It's going to be Infestors and Lings.
And I love this
Alicia's
because
got great position.
Alicia's going to scout this band, but this still is going to scare him a little bit because he has no idea what else is coming. We're going to see Fungo's beautiful force fields on the Lings at least. Oh, the Infestors have no more energy, Ben.
Yeah, Infested Terrans being dropped everywhere. They're going to kill the Phoenixes, I think. They should
to kill the Phoenix.
No, the force field just... No, now the Phoenixes fall. One Phoenix gets away with like 1 hit point left, but that was relatively unsuccessful. Traded some Infestors, all of his Zerglings.
Ben. Oh, they're so slow. Oh, and Alicia was aware of what LoWeLy tried to make happen over there. Might be able to pick up a sentry. Nope, it's not going to work either. But still, LoWeLy's economy is good enough to take this loss. Oh, I love this, by the way. Like, he had the choice between 2 Infestors. I think he lifted this one up first, then he dropped it, and he picked up the other one, because this one is so low on HP. Small things, man, but StarCraft 2 is a game of
small advantages, Kev.
And eventually?
Hive is on the way. Eventually those small advantages add up to give you large leads. And with large leads, you win games, Kev.
It's a quote of my favorite caster.
Must be a pretty smart guy.
He's good, but he's been slacking lately. He used to be an awesome businessman, but I've seen him making some terrible trades lately.
You're hurting my feelings.
Just kidding, bro. You're kind of like my dad, man, and I hate it to see when my dad makes mistakes. It's kind of how I watch you. Because, you know, it's like how Steve Jobs said it was a very weird moment in his book when he realized for the first time in his life that he was smarter than his parents. That's how I'm starting to feel lately with you. I used to look up to you, but now I realize I'm smarter. Just kidding, bro.
The punches just don't stop coming.
Just kidding. A lot of banelings and corruptors are on their way. Thermal lens is being researched for a Korean Terran as well. This is Korean Protoss, of course. This is a scary push, man, but I think if LoWeLy musters out a lot of units right now, he is able to deal with it.
Yeah, Hive's coming. He'll be able to start his Greater Spire pretty quickly.
I mean,
but
he has, how many links do we have, man? 53. I would love to see like something like 85.
Yeah, it needs to be about 100 links because the Colossus count, I mean, it's not a ton of Colossus, it's just 2. Ooh, we are going to see an engagement. Corruptor's coming in and oh, I don't like the choice here. LoWeLy runs the lings in before really fighting the Colossi.
Look at all those banelings. Beautiful force fields. He's going to end up losing the Colossus. But no, did you see those couple of force fields trapped like 4 or 5 banelings?
Bungles did a lot of damage to the Stalkers, but now I don't know if LoWeLy can.
Yeah, now we have those 58 lings on the way.
Yeah.
Be careful with those infestors, LoWeLy.
Be careful with the Corruptors too. You really need to keep those alive. Greater Spire also hasn't begun yet. Lings are gonna spawn.
He can end up. I don't think he had to take that fight up the hill.
Yeah, I mean, it was too soon.
I mean, Alicia would have probably attacked on creep. I really think he would have.
It was really, really too soon, and now Alicia's able to just warp in, and on LoWeLy's creep, it's 140 supply to 180 supply. It's not a fight that I think LoWeLy can win.
No, not now. He's down 40 army supply. We still have quite a few sentries as well. Force fields are so important against his army.
Yep, Corruptor's going to come in once more. Probably going to be able to pick off this Colossus. Yes, they do. And now LoWeLy should just pull back.
He's going to try to make a hold. He's going to end up losing most of his Corruptors straight away. A couple of banelings and infested Terrans are over here. But what can he really do against this massive Stalker army?
I don't think there's anything he can do. Does Alicia have Blink? He does not. So these are just non-upgraded Stalkers, basically.
That's why if he would have waited, man, he can actually surround this little force. That would be awesome. He has so many links. This should be absolutely no problem for these 2 links.
Yeah, that's going to be a winning trade there, but there's still a huge ball of Stalkers that LoWeLy just doesn't really have an answer for.
Nice macro by our Korean Protoss. Really nice macro.
Yeah, and LoWeLy's macro maybe saving up for those Broodlords, not able to make it now after losing the Corruptors.
I don't think that's on purpose, man.
Benefit of the doubt, Kev.
Okay, it's LoWeLy after all. Who are we to question LoWeLy?
Best player in Belarus.
You know, Belarus had a couple of successful walkthrough plays. Like, not super successful, but they were good. Nightwolf was pretty good, and they also had a guy called Frozen, who was a little whiny, but he was also pretty good.
It's just pure Stalker right now for Alicia, and I think it's going to be more than enough. Force field's going to go down once again, and when you can't hit the Stalkers become a lot better. LoWeLy's army is going to melt away, and he's going to go down, dropping the first set. I think it's the first time this has happened all season.
I think so, too.
Doesn't really bode that well for LoWeLy.
And I think it's sad, man, because he didn't have to fight up that ramp. If he waits, I really think that Alicia wanted to attack anyway, because Alicia is worried about super quick Broodlords. So it's very likely that our Korean Protoss is going to walk down a ramp. And if you can fight on creep with speedlings and banelings, I think they become 10 times as good as they are upper ramp.
Sit at the bottom of the ramp, spread out your units, get that big concave. As soon as he comes down, go with everything.
And I also think then he would have been able to take out the Colossus easier. I mean, he took him out both, but not before the Colossus got off a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And I really think if you have this army composition, fly in the Corruptors first, let them absorb the damage.
That's what bothered me. He attacked with the Corruptors and didn't really leave much time before sending the Zerglings and the Banelings.
No, I think he even sent the links first.
Really? I think the Corruptors were just ahead of him, but like everything kind of came at the same time. Okay. And you know, he would have killed the Colossi no matter what. He might have lost a few more Corruptors, but he's not. He doesn't care about that. He needs that ground army to deal with what LoWeLy has. If you crush that push, then you win the game. Didn't go that way. Guys, we're going to play a short commercial. That last game brought to you by Kingston HyperX. Check them out at kingston.com to see all their products, SSDs and RAM. All good stuff. LoWeLy versus Alicia, game number 2.
Might be the Kingston match to remember, so stay tuned.